to get it on these youngins talking like they knowin' something. Recognize that I've been through it, time to run it, let's get to it.
You right, you always wrong. Fourth quarter going strong. You just be talking, you ain't on. Like the verses in my songs, I'm going in.
Some people do it all of
You're just walking the lanes of famous, but your sun is going down in your face.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back at it again. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It is the Going In
podcast
with yours truly, Lord Nelson, that is, and that guy.
Jay Parker. Why I gotta be just that guy?
I mean, I'm just saying, man, because I do that because I know you can't help but respond to that. You're gonna say something to it.
Give me the same energy you give yourself, all right? All right.
That sounds a little ridiculous, but it's all love, man.
That guy.
Anyway, beyond this guy, we're here with a super special guest. We are honored to have you here. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, she is up and coming. She's hot. She's doing work in this music business. She got a fire video, Glitter, and it's just dope. Y'all got to check that out. Would you please help us in welcoming Jittaun? Yeah.
Hey y'all. So happy to be here.
Yeah. Thank you.
Podcast again. I know he said it already, but let's go ahead and get into it. So, like, where you from? Let's talk about where you from and all that.
Yeah, so I'm from Jersey. I live right across the Hudson River from New York City. So I'm in really a metropolis area. So that's basically like where I'm from, where I was raised. I was born in the city, but then we moved over here. I go to Pitt as an undergrad student for double major in poli-sci and Africana. So, doing a damn thing, going far away to get that education because it's important.
Okay.
And yeah, that's kind of like where I'm from and like what I do and all that. So that's like, I'm a city girl, basically. Truly a girl from the city.
City girl, all right.
Again, I'm sorry, I didn't, you said poli-sci,
so political science, and then Africana. So like law school, and then like studying like the African diaspora and like Africa as a continent. So it's a lot of reading and writing and like looking at like the Constitution, which is boring, but I love it. So works for me.
You shouldn't even ask that question, college student talking about
I didn't hear what she said. Well, now I know she said poli-science. Okay, I thought
okay.
All right, so you say you're from Jersey. Just tell me what's the most exciting thing to do up there. I ain't never been there. So when I do go up there, just tell me what I got to do.
I would say the most exciting, because Jersey is cool. Jersey is a cool state. But the most fun thing to do is gotta go see American Dream Mall. Like that mall is like something crazy, and like all the celebrities always come here. So like Cardi B and Offset were there with Culture. The Rich the Kid was there. Like it was just packed. So that's definitely a thing to go to. If we want really good soul food, gotta go to Newark, or head more down south if you want to go to the beach, amusement park. So that's what Jersey is. But I'm right across the street from the city, so I usually spend most of my time in New York.
I see. Listen. So when I was up there, the Paramus Mall? Is that still open?
I think so. Yeah.
So I went to the Paramus Mall when I was up there, and also I went to Patterson.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I was up there doing some work in New York, and then we were staying in Mahwah. So went from Mahwah to Patterson, and so I was up in Mahwah, which is really different. When we got to Patterson, I was just like, "Yo, we are everywhere."
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's there.
I ain't never been. So now I got two places to go. All right, so appreciate that. Now your name Jittaun is like perfect. It's unique.
Oh, thank you.
Never heard it before. Just tell everybody where it's coming. What's its origin?
Yeah, so Jittaun is actually my middle name. So my full name is Nia Jittaun Everhard. And when I was like trying to figure out like names to like have or to put out, I kind of come up with very generic terms. Like I was like, oh, like baby works for some stuff, little works for some stuff. But then I was like, my middle name is Jittaun. Like, and I started thinking about Rihanna and Beyonce. And I was like, their names are just so unique and those are their names. So like might as well just use my middle name. And I didn't want to use like Nia or something like that because there's already Nia Long. So I was like, okay, Jittaun is definitely like an eye-catching name. It's like people are like, wait, what does that mean? Like, what does it represent? And then I was like, that's just the perfect name for me. So I told my mom I was going to do it. And she said, okay, well, that's my middle name. I said, don't worry. I'm going to represent it well. That's what I want to do.
Love. Okay. So now let me get in here, man. So, okay, let's get into your music. What would you say is your style? Because to me, the vibe is dope and somewhere in between singing and rapping with an amazing production. So what is your style?
Definitely my style is, I don't want to be like too hardcore rap and I don't want to be too singy songy because I don't have like a great singing voice and I'm not like a tough girl. So I was like, okay, like what's the perfect mix for me? And I was like listening to different songs and I was listening to Drake and I was like, Drake really like has this vibe where he's not singing in the songs and he's not rapping too hard. Like he has that perfect medium. So definitely he was a big like influence on like my rapping style and stuff like that. And I definitely wanted music that people could dance to, they could vibe to, and they could really just like feel the groove, I guess you could say.
Indeed.
So I was like, all right, I gotta like make my music something that people can relate to, they can dance to, they think it's really fun, and they can just like be riding down the street at like midnight and want to listen to it. They could wake up in the morning and want to listen to it. They could be at a party and want to listen to it.
Yeah.
And definitely like the production is key. Like I had to make sure that like all my songs sound perfect because I'm basically a perfectionist. And if I was gonna put out something that I was like, oh, I don't know if it's that good, I just don't want to put it out. So I would go over songs like multiple times and like tweak them and be like, no, let me say like this one word differently. And then lo and behold, I see the one word differently and the song sounds so much better. So that's definitely my vibe. It's like a chill kind of rapping, but like you get a message too. So I didn't want to just put out music that, you know, was like whatever. I wanted like a full impact sound.
Got you. Yeah, love it. Yeah, that was listen, good answer, great answer.
Great answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're signed to the amazing up and coming label Ani Records, where the president is super knowledgeable and connected in the industry. You know, we've seen the pictures, we've seen it all. She's that young lady. So how has being on this label inspired and motivated you, knowing what they bring to the table?
Definitely, like it takes a lot of pressure. Like there's a lot of pressure on me because I gotta realize that every time I go out, I'm representing the label, I'm representing myself. Right. And honestly, like just staying focused because she's just so focused all the time. Like she'll go to her one job and get that done. And then like that same night we'll go out to like all these different parties, these events where like she was hanging out with Saucy Santana. So like she understands that like to be in the industry, you have to be out there. You got to get your name known. Like there's no way that you can just like be like, oh no, like I'll just take this night off. Like you can't do that. And then also like me being a college student as well, I was trying to figure out ways to just like balance both of them. And then I won't lie, like in the beginning it was hard because I was like, okay, I'm a college student, but like I'm trying to do music all the way that's in New York. And Pittsburgh and New York are not around the corner. So for a little bit, I was like, man, I don't know if I can do this, but like just seeing what she was doing and how she was like posting us all the time and like really proud of everything that we were doing. I'm like, yo, I gotta go extra hard. I gotta do the extra mile. And then having her work so hard as well has made me feel like I want to be that person one day. I want to have that like accomplishment under my belt and say like, I was able to create this and this is my name. This is what I'm doing. So definitely like, it's pressure, but it's a good pressure. It's a good pressure.
Good. I feel it.
So now let's get into the music a little bit. I know you got a single out now. It's fire, called Glitter.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Can you tell us what inspired it or how it came about?
Yeah, so I like the whole story about it coming about is really crazy. So I know these two people named Doc and Yusef. They own Invite Only Studios in New York, like hot studio. And before the pandemic had hit, I was over there and he was like, yo, like, do you want to do music? And I was like, yeah, like I've always write songs, but I've been writing songs since I was like 13, probably 12. And I was just like, go on YouTube and type in like random beats and like try to write verses to them and stuff. So then when I met him, he was like, I can tell that you have like this like passion for music. So he was like, I want to help you write your first single. I said, oh my God, thank you so much. Then the pandemic hit. So New York got shut down. Wow. So I didn't want to say I gave up on the dream, but I was kind of like, you know what, maybe he forgot about it because he's so busy like all the time. But then the pandemic was over and we go back over there one day and he's like, yo, I have something for you. And I was like, okay, great. I did not know what it was. And it was his beat. And he was like, yeah, like I made this beat for you. And I was like, Doc, quit playing with me. What do you mean you made this beat for me? And he was like, I told you I want to help you make your first song. So that's what we're going to do. So this all happened about like 2 weeks before I had to go back to campus. Right. So I was like, all right, like how are we going to get this done? So I was going over there like multiple times a week in there for like 6-7 hours, like writing down these verses, hitting these notes. And because he's such a dope producer, like he helped me like understand my style of rapping as well. Because I was always like, okay, maybe if I sound like Cardi B, maybe if I sound like Nicki Minaj, like that'll work. And he was like, just sound like you. Right. So we really would just, like we would just go over all this stuff and he would like, okay, say it like this. Okay, that sounds good. And then because of him, I had the song out. And then he was like, well, what do you want to write about? And I was like, wow, people are really annoying me now. Some people are really getting on my last nerve. He said, all right, cool. Like, what do you want to do with these people? I said, I just want them to like go away, like leave me alone. Right. So then we were writing, he was like, just make a song about how you want people to go away. I said, okay. But I didn't want to call it like dust. Right. So I was like, okay, I'll call it glitter because that sounds nicer. So yeah, exactly. I was like, let me not like be terrible. So that's basically how the song came about. And because of them, I had my first single out. And because of them, like my first video's out too. But shout out to my brother because my brother filmed it actually on my iPhone when we were in Mexico. Really? We were bored. Yeah, we were bored and we were like, okay, let's shoot a video for glitter. Like we're in Mexico. And I had this like, the ensemble that I'm wearing in the video, I had bought it from like Forever 21 and I was just wearing it for dinner and they were like, let's just do it. So we went down to the beach, shot the whole thing. And then we were like, oh my God, we have a video out. Let's just put it out and see what happens. And like people dig it, people love it. So I'm really proud about that. So it was a lot of people that went into it, but definitely shout out to Doc, Youssef, Invite Only, my mom for taking me to New York to go to the studio sessions, and my brother for like being like, you know what, I'll direct the video for you. So yeah, that's basically how it.
That's a great family right there. You got
yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's a great family. You got the artist, you got the label, and you got the video production, man. Hey,
I know. I'm like,
hey, man, what you got going on, man? I need some of that right now. What you talking about?
Hey, wait a minute, hold on, man. You trying to play me, man? Like I'm not.
Hey, she got everything, man.
All right, okay. They more advanced. They more advanced. No, it's real. No. I'm clouded. So you said Invite Studio. Doc,
Invite Only.
Invite Only. Doc,
yeah, Invite Only.
I just want to make sure we let that be known. Doc and Youssef at Invite Only Studios. And your brother did it on the iPhone? Man, it's not like an iPhone, man. You know, we all iPhone people. Jay, can I show her this?
Yeah, I knew you gonna do it.
No, I'm not gonna mess. I'm not gonna mess with you about that phone. Oh, we all good.
You already said it. Now you might as well bring it out.
No, we're not gonna bring. All right, Jittaun, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
See, you see this phone?
Oh.
Can you
can't really see it. Hold on.
Can you see his iPhone?
Yeah.
Hey, that's a glitter situation right there.
Yeah, that's that kind of gives me a bit of anxiety. I mean, I take care of my phone like so well.
I love my phone, and I just keep it right here on my desk just to be like, I'm like, yo, dude, come on.
That's a glitter situation. That's a glitter situation.
Oh wow, boy.
To go away, you need things to go away.
Yeah, it needs to dust. I don't know. I'm scared Apple hasn't come to your door and not to take it away. I mean. I've been through it.
That was a baseball pitch. That was somebody from the Yankees throwing that right there. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, that's a out of the park situation.
So back to Jittaun.
It's all up.
No. So what do you think makes you different than all the other artists? You know, it's a million artists out here. I'm an artist. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you know a bunch of artists around you. So what makes you different? You already had a style, a swag, you know what I'm saying? But I want you to tell the people what makes you different.
Yeah, and I just want to jump in because you don't come off as superficial. It just comes off as authentic. And that's the beautiful thing about it. So yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, because I've never been the person to like want to like pop off or like show what I have and whatnot. Like, yes, I do like to, be materialistic. I've never really been that type of person. So when I talk to other artists and they try to like push the whole, like, yeah, everything I'm wearing is like Gucci, Louis, I'm like, you don't even know how to style it right. Like, put it down. Like for me, I just try to be like the most authentic and like humble person as well, because you never know who you're going to meet in life. Right. You just don't. And I'm not going to be rude to someone because I'm like, oh, you're not at the level I'm supposed to be. Like, so that's just not me. And also I like to make my songs be something I can relate to. And I want to be like, okay, I would listen to this. Right. So a lot of people make songs for other people. No, you got to make songs for yourself. You gotta, if you don't like your own music, why are you making music? Period?
Real talk.
So it's like, it's like, what are you doing? Like, you really got to put in really got to put in work. And also like, I'm just, yes, it is a lot, but I try so hard to just like keep up with stuff. And even when I'm in college, shout out to my friend Dan, great producer. Like, I'll be like, Dan, like, is it cool if I stop by your crib so we can like record a couple songs and whatnot? And he'll be like, yeah, of course. So I would literally go to class for like, I take 6 courses, so it's a lot of work. So I will have like 4 classes, and then right after, go to the studio, and I'll be there from like 6 to 1 a.m. like just working on different music, like helping him out with his stuff. And on top of that, I like to help a lot of people too. There's a lot of artists who want credit for every little thing that they do. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna help my friends. And I think just having like good energy and good karma will always come back and it will benefit me.
No doubt, no doubt.
Also, like, if I'm putting out a song, I'm gonna make sure it sounds good. There's a lot of people that put out music just to say they have music out. And then when I listen to it, I'm like, you could have mixed and mastered it about 6 more times, but you know, at least you have a song out. But like, for me, I want to make sure that any product that I put out is going to be good, because my name is on that. My reputation is on that. And also, I go to university. I don't want people to be like, that girl is whack. I'm not trying to have that. So I really just like try to focus on being authentic, humble, and really making sure that my music is the best representation of like who I am, what I feel. And I just like to help other people too. So karma goes out, karma comes back in.
Love.
Hold on, Dad, I got to ask one question. Now you say you go to studio from like maybe 6 p.m. to 1 a.m. Tell me, what's your must-haves that you gotta have in the studio with you? Like, what do you need to get you in your zone, your vibe?
Definitely, I need like not bright lights. I know that sounds super weird, but like, I don't like bright lights like at all. And like Dan, he has this like lamp that like, it's one of those like TikTok things, and it's like yellow or something. And it just, I'm like, okay, yeah, I like that vibe. Like, I need a certain vibe. Yeah. And then always gotta have water. That's a must have. I don't like to drink anything, no Sprite. I love Sprite, but nope. I gotta have a must have in the studio. It's definitely a lot of water, definitely low lights. I like to be comfortable too. I don't want to have like a bunch of different people in the room while I'm recording. I don't know why, but it just makes it so like awkward for me. Like when I was first recording Glitter, I was so nervous because this is like my first time being in a booth, except for like me like being in my room. So I was just like, okay, like he could kind of tell I was a bit nervous. It was like, okay, it's gonna be me, the producer, the engineer, and you. And then once we had it like that, everything smooth like so nicely. Yes. So I definitely don't like to have it be too crowded, because if I'm trying to record and I hear like someone's phone go off, it might like push me, and I'm like, okay, wait, what was I just saying? How did I want that flow to go? So those are definitely my must-haves, like dark lighting, a small group of people that are there to like help me and not just there to chill. Because if you're just there to chill, you can go chill outside. And then definitely like some good snacks too, because I get pretty hungry. But those are like the necessities. So
do you like to be by yourself when like you writing your music also, or do you want to have?
It depends kind of on like what I'm writing. Like typically, like when I'm writing something in the studio, I'll probably ask for like help and whatnot. I'll be like, yo, like, does it sound right? Does it sound good? But sometimes it'll hit me at like the weirdest. I'm trying to go to sleep. I'll have like a 10 a.m. class, and it'll be like 3 a.m. and my brain is just like, go, like, get up. Like, I have a verse for you. So then I'll be in my room and I'll just be writing down, and my roommate will walk in. She will be like, you're not asleep yet? And I was like, no, like, I just came up with this whole verse. Like, it's so good. Like, it just hits me at like the weirdest possible times. Right. So sometimes I'll like to just write when it's just me. Sometimes I'll write when there's other people there. It really just depends on like what I'm writing and like how comfortable I am in my setting.
Now I feel you, because to be honest with you, I don't want to be around anybody.
Yeah.
When the music plays, I don't even have to have the music playing all the time. I just cut it off because it's playing in my head. I hear the music always. So yeah, that's, you know, for some reference, I might go back for a moment, but I don't want to have a whole lot of people around me when I'm doing my thing. I like to be in my zone and in my moment doing what I do. So I feel you.
Yeah.
I like to be by myself. I don't even want nobody else but me to be in there writing, because I want to get my own vibe. I don't want nobody to mess it up. So I understand what you're saying for sure. Yeah. So like, what artists inspire you? Like, is there anybody out now that you like, oh man, or even back then that you just think is so dope when you were coming up?
There's a lot. Like, definitely Drake. He's number one for me. I always love listening to Drake. Kanye West. Like, I remember my mom bought his like first album, and I'll be in the car listening to it, and I'll be like, yeah. And I was like super young, so I was just like listening to it. I was like, yo, like the lyricism, the beats. I love Summer Walker. My girl, I was listening to her today for like 3 hours. Then I love Cardi B. You gotta love Nicki Minaj. They always come with like the fire beats and their verses just go crazy. And they always make good songs. So definitely like listening to them and being like, okay, like their hit song, like what formula did they follow for this song to get so big? Like, I feel like if you just do that, then you're gonna be able to like not really like copy them or imitate them, but you're able to like have a good foundation of like what a good song requires. You know, so definitely those are like the artists that have always like inspired me, and they always just like, I think the number one thing for them is that their song's something that you can definitely dance to, and no matter where you are, you can listen to it. Like that's the one thing for all those artists. Like sometimes I'll be like, oh, I want to listen to Nicki, and it'll be like a really hype Nicki song, but I'll be in the library. For Cardi B, I'll be like driving down and I'll start listening to like Up. For Drake is every mood. Then for Kanye, I'll be like, man, I'm really stressed out right now. Let me listen to Kanye. So it's just like so many different artists go through my head that influenced me and like made me like love music and made me understand like, okay, to write a good song, this is the formula you need. This is what you have to follow.
It's good that your parents, hold on, Jay. It's good that your parents allowed you to listen to things and allowed you to listen to old school music and all those things like that, because that is a great thing. Now, Jay might trip on me about the reggae stuff and the dance hall stuff I used to have them listening to, but his twin sister, though, she loves everything because they remember everything, though. You know, they might not have liked it, but when we were riding, that's what we were doing, you know.
Yeah, my mom.
Hey,
Earth, Wind, and Fire, Rick James Brown, like I was listening to all them too. So like listening to their music, like they had like the drums, the guitars, like the actual instruments. And I was like, okay, you got to incorporate instruments into like the beats that people make today, which is like all electronic, you know, like I just see people not even putting like a piano in the studio. They'll just have like the little like keyboard synthesizer thing and put it together. But if you mix that with live instruments, you're going to have a great song. And a lot of artists seem to forget that because they kind of want to be like so stuck in the new. But I'm like, to be like an artist that stands out, you got to do things that are different. You can't just like follow the same like logic and principle of every other artist, because you're going to end up being like every other artist, which is not something that you want. Like, you always want to just be like, you want to be the person that gets signed and ends up going to the Grammys and headlining Coachella. You don't want to be the person that just gets lost in the dust on SoundCloud. And like, that's what I was scared for a while too. So that's why I was like, this next single I have coming out, I worked with a great producer named Kalindo, and he plays guitar with Janelle Monáe. It's crazy on Insane. And like, he did this thing on his bass, and he did his guitar. And I was like, yo. And then when I was in Pittsburgh, I was like, yo, Dan, like you make really good beats. Like, I have this together. And the song is like, it's insane. It's crazy.
Yeah, beautiful.
All right, knowing Glitter, I'm probably gonna get on a remix, so just go ahead and send it to me. Send it to the email.
Yeah, do it now.
Who else would you like to work with? Is there anybody else that you see out now? It could be somebody that you know, or even a big artist, or maybe an artist from back in the day. Who would you like to work with in the future when you get?
I know for a fact I'm working with Cardi B. Like, I just know that I'm gonna be able to work with Cardi B, and we're gonna get like right. Like, I'm gonna be working with Migos. Like, I'm gonna be working with like the hit Drake, most definitely Summer Walker. Hopefully Nicki and I get a feature, because when her and Megan did a song together, it was fire. You know, Megan too. I love female rappers. So if I could just get on a song with any female rapper like Mulatto, I would just be like, yo, like this is insane. And I just feel like, honestly, I would just be blessed if any artist wants to do a collab with me. Like, I wouldn't even trip over the genre. I wouldn't even trip over like what it is. I would just be like, yeah, we're doing this together. Because I know Migos and Calvin Harris did a song together. And I'm like, how would they even mix? But you have to escape your own genre to like make a good song sometimes. So I'm cool working with anybody, honestly.
Yeah, I just know I'm not a genre snob. I tell people that all the time. I love all music. So I'm willing, I do a lot of stuff, but I do as much as I can. It doesn't matter. All right, Jay, I'm sorry for cutting you off. Go ahead.
Oh, so since you like are music and you grew up in the music just like me, when you listen to music, are you listening more for the lyrics now, or how the beat hits you? Like, what catches you first?
The beat.
Yeah.
The beat? Oh, the beat catches you first. Okay.
The beat catches me first. You could have really good lyrics, but the beat is what captures people in. Like, if you have a Sesame Street beat, but like Kendrick Lamar style lyrics, I'm gonna be like, what is this? Like, why do you have this like Sesame Street style beat when like, what is going on? So if the beat is good, I'll be like, yeah, I could dance to this, I could bop to this. And if the lyrics are good, oh yeah, that's 100. But sometimes like Playboy Cardi, I love his beats. I don't understand half of the stuff he's saying, but I love his beats. So I listen to him. I love him. I'm like, yeah, his beats just go crazy. Like my friends are like,
oh, I'm sorry, but I think that's just like the difference in the generation, because if you ask that man over there, he gonna say, yeah,
no.
They ain't saying nothing. They not saying
hold on.
They ain't saying that.
John, I always got to get him right. I got to get him right. He's trying to get me wrong, and all I want to do is get him right. Here's the deal. I believe that the beat is the most important thing. The beat gets you, but I believe the lyrics or whatever you're saying keeps you. That's how I feel it is, because if, just like you said, if it's some whackness going on, you're gonna be like, oh man, what is he saying? I'm going to turn this up, I'm going to something else. So that's what I believe. That's just my philosophy.
Yeah.
The beat gets you and the lyrics keep you. And
that is true.
Be simple as can be, but that's just my thing. He trying to clown me, y'all. Trying to clown me.
All right. And so I'm usually gonna keep you too much longer, but what achievement do you see yourself in the business reaching? Like, you want to have Grammys, you want to have Oscars, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to just stay in one area. What do you see for yourself?
Your Olympic gold medal in the business. You know, where you like, yo, this is me. I'm a winner. I'm a champion.
What's the greatest?
I'm not gonna lie. I want it all. Like, I love to act too. I love to perform. So definitely an Oscar. I would see the Oscars like, Mom, I'm gonna get an Oscar one day. The Grammys, I'm gonna get a Grammy one day. American Music, I'm getting an American Music Award one day. And then like definitely having a #1 song. Like having consistent #1 songs, even if I just get a #1 song once, I'll just be like, okay, I made it. Like, nobody can talk to me crazy. Like for a week, I'll go on a vacation. Like that's definitely it. Also definitely getting like a diamond and platinum records. Like what? That's up there too. Like once I get that, I'll probably just start crying, and I'll just be so proud of myself and my whole team and everything.
Well,
you think you stay grounded, or you gonna let the fame change you?
Man, her mom not gonna let her go, man. What are you talking about? I know better than that.
I'm not gonna let no fame change.
Listen, her mom or her aunt, none of that's gonna happen.
Nope, no. I'm saying the true me, everything. You know what I mean? Like I'll still be the same Nia. You know, when you go blow up and stuff, old friends will try to come back and be like, hey, what's up? Like, can I get a Birkin? And it's like, no. Like, I'm just gonna still be the same person, but like, I'm gonna make sure that my circle is full of people that really love me and appreciate me and support me. Because there's a lot of stuff where people see you doing well and they just want to like jump on your bandwagon and just like be there just for like the experience, not really there for you. So I'm still gonna be the same person. I'll still come to my mom's house, still going down to see my aunt. Like I'm not gonna change at all. Like I'm still gonna be funny and like weird. So yeah, I'm not gonna end up being bougie or anything like that.
Humble and hungry. Hold
on, let me say, I think it's cool when you speak to the fact of you going to school and still pursuing, your music career also, and being able to handle that, to let young women, young men know that, hey, you can do both. You know, you don't have to just be out here doing this over here. You can do both and still make it. So I think that's a inspirational thing. I appreciate you saying.
Oh, thank you.
As an older guy, I appreciate you saying that. So it's all love. It's all love. So Jay, what else, man? What else we got for him, man?
That's all I got. All you gotta do. Yeah, just plug your name, tell them where to find you, where to get your songs, where to reach you at, everything. Every Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that. Let them know.
So my Instagram and TikTok are the same. I am Jittaun. I am in the JITTAUN. My Instagram, I post about my music a lot on my Instagram too, but I also like to post like influencer pics too, because hopefully Fashion Nova gives me a deal one day. And then my TikTok is I'm Jittaun. I'm pretty funny on it, so y'all should go follow me there. My Twitter is the same thing. I'm Jittaun, but I don't really be posting on my Twitter like that, like crazy, because I'm always on my personal account. I end up forgetting. I'm like, oh, but that's fine. Yeah, definitely, like you can hit me up on IG's probably the best place to reach me. Yeah, like I'm really open to anything. Like I'm super cool with all that. So if you just hit me up there, I'll definitely be able to be reachable.
Love. Well, we're gonna end it, man. It's been another great one. Jay, man, you're doing work, man. I let him kind of control this one. I was just like,
doing too much. He be doing too much. He let me control it most of the time. Now I'm playing.
But now I want you to. Like I tell him also, MMA, music, modeling, and acting. That's what he does. That's why I always mess with him. I always say, music, modeling, and acting. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Going In
Podcast
with yours truly, Lord Nelson and
Jay Parker.
And the amazing, beautiful, hot, young artist on E Records, Jittaun. Yeah, man, you still
Great.
It's all love. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. We
Thank
appreciate
y'all so much too.
All right.
All right.
I wanna fly like a butterfly. I'm not doing coach, just so you know. I'm talking about Wraith, Louis for me, a little a trap, a Birkin a 3, leather so soft, house on the hills. What am I call? Red bottom heels. I'm just saying, I can feel it all over. I'm just saying, some people do it all of
You're just walking in the lanes of fame.